Let me guess. You think that working harder is the answer to success at work? Wrong. Just ask any burnt-out corporate zombie. Working more just feeds the bottom line and exhausts you. To really get ahead, you need to work smarter. And no one knows more about smart than Sun Tzu, the author of the ancient Chinese military treatise, The Art of War. In this series, we'll apply his timeless wisdom to modern workplace politics. In this episode, we'll look at chapters 1 through 5. Let's dive in. Chapter 1, Laying Plans. Sun Tzu opens with a bang. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. This means success at work begins long before your first meeting. Your ability to influence outcomes depends on 3: your team's relative strengths, company politics, timing, and office dynamics. If you skip this assessment, you're just a pawn in someone else's game. Spend the upfront time to understand your organization's strengths and weaknesses. Who are the key players, and what are their priorities? What's the current political climate, and how might it affect your initiatives? Is it a good time to propose change, or should you wait for a more opportune moment? Once you've analyzed these factors, develop a game plan that leverages your strengths, mitigates risks, and aligns with the bigger picture. Remember, strategy is as important as tactics. By laying the groundwork, you'll be ready to navigate the inevitable challenges and seize opportunities along the way. So don't skip the prep work. Take the time to assess your situation and develop a plan. Your future self will thank you. All right, now that you've got your plan in place, it's time to put it into action. But remember Sun Tzu's words, every battle is won before it's fought. Choosing your battles wisely is crucial. Not every project needs your attention. Ask yourself, does this project align with my goals and the company's objectives? Will the benefits outweigh the time and resources required? If the answer is no, then consider delegating or even declining the request. Don't spread yourself too thin trying to save everyone. You'll only burn out your team and exhaust your goodwill. Instead, focus on high-impact initiatives that move the needle. Be strategic and prioritize ruthlessly. Don't chase perfection. Strive for excellence instead. Remember, sometimes good enough is actually good enough. Now that you've selected your battles, it's time to fight. But not in the traditional sense. We'll talk about that in Chapter 3. For now, let's explore some tactical maneuvers that can help you achieve victory without resorting to brute force. Chapter 3, Attack by Stratagem. Now let's talk tactics. The Art of War teaches us that the best way to win is by avoiding a fight altogether. That's right. The ultimate goal is to outsmart, not outshout your colleagues. Think of yourself as a chess player, carefully planning each move to gain an advantage. Now I know that workplace conflicts are inevitable, but hear me out. Most arguments can be avoided if you play your cards right. One of my favorite examples comes from the tech world. In my experience working with engineering teams, I've learned that the best way to avoid conflict isn't to suppress issues, but to address them strategically. Many engineers prefer to bury their heads in the sand, believing that problems will magically disappear. But that's rarely the case. Issues fester and eventually blow up, causing more damage and making the solution much harder. Instead, use data to diagnose problems early. Be diplomatic and transparent in your communication and time your conversations strategically. For example, if you notice performance bottlenecks in code reviews, don't wait for things to implode. Pull the relevant people aside when everyone is calm and focused. Propose solutions and get buy-in. By taking a proactive approach, you'll avoid costly mistakes and demonstrate your leadership skills. Remember, being smart is cooler than being loud, so use your wit to navigate workplace politics and come out on top. In a nutshell, lay plans. Waging war, attack by stratagems, and tactical dispositions. These are the steps to winning at work. But it's time to shift gears, because the next 2 chapters take us inside the battlefield. We'll explore how to manage risk, make smart decisions, and deploy your resources effectively. If you want to thrive in this environment, you have to stay sharp and adaptable. Are you ready for the next leg of our journey? Keep watching because the best is yet to come. Chapter 4, Tactical Dispositions. As the saying goes, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. In the heat of the moment, you can't afford to fumble. You must remain steadfast and poised to outmaneuver your competitors. I know this advice sounds like common sense, but trust me, It's easier said than done. Picture this. You're working on a critical project with a tight deadline. The stakes are high and the pressure is mounting. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and make avoidable mistakes. But that's when your cool head prevails. You take a step back, assess the situation, and strategize. You identify potential roadblocks, anticipate questions, and prepare backup plans. Then when the time comes, you execute flawlessly. No one would ever know you were sweating under that composed exterior. Duh. So how do you train yourself for these high-stakes moments? Well, start by setting yourself up for success. Create systems and checklists to guide you through complex tasks. Anticipate potential issues and develop contingency plans. Build a network of allies who can support you when needed. Perhaps most importantly, cultivate a reputation for reliability. When others know they can count on you, you'll earn the freedom to make calculated risks. By honing these skills, you'll become the go-to person for navigating the most challenging situations. So embrace the pressure, learn from setbacks, and keep refining your tactical edge. Remember, true confidence comes not from never falling, but from rising every time you do. Chapter 5: Use of Energy. We've all been there, stuck in pointless meetings, buried in emails, or drained by office politics. But here's the silver lining. These everyday challenges provide a goldmine of insights if you know where to look. The trick is to pay attention to patterns and find ways to leverage them to your advantage. For example, let's say you're drowning in emails. Instead of cursing the inbox, view it as a rich source of information. Analyze the types of emails you receive and the patterns in their timing. You might discover that most non-urgent emails come in clusters with lull moments in between. Armed with this insight, you can block specific times on your calendar for email sprints, allowing you to tackle your inbox efficiently without letting it disrupt your flow. It's all about finding pockets of opportunity amidst the chaos. Here's another scenario. You're trapped in a soul-sucking meeting that seems to have no clear purpose. Instead of despairing over wasted time, look for ways to make the most of it. Identify key players, observe group dynamics, and listen intently. You might overhear crucial information or build valuable connections that could benefit you later. It's about turning lead into gold. Similarly, the ebb and flow of office politics can offer valuable insights. By paying attention to who gets invited to meetings, who champions certain projects, and how decisions are made, you'll develop a keen understanding of the informal power structures at play. This knowledge will help you navigate the organization more effectively and position yourself for greater influence. Remember, the key is to adopt a curious mindset and look for patterns. You'd be surprised by the goldmine of information hidden beneath the surface of everyday challenges. And there you have it, folks. The Art of War for the Workplace, Part 1. I hope you found these ancient strategies useful in navigating the modern workplace. Remember, you don't need to work harder, you need to work smarter. Apply the lessons from Sun Tzu and watch your career trajectory skyrocket. Now it's your turn to put these teachings into practice. Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. And don't forget to join me for Part 2, where we'll cover the remaining chapters of this timeless guide. Till then, keep strategizing, keep maneuvering, and keep winning. Thanks for tuning in.